Hey y'all, this is Austin Wilson. Today we're going to be replacing a carburetor on a 2007 Yamaha ttr-50 electric start.
And my name is Cullen Lane. I'm gonna be filming today for Austin while we're working on the bike.
This is the bike. We stripped it all down. We will be putting it back together at the end of the video, and we're going to do a time lapse on it. So you don't miss much. These are the plastics, fuel tank. These are all the parts that we're going to be using. It's the carburetor, and we might also be replacing the spark plug during this video. It's right there. This is the first part we're going to be taking off. It's a 5mm socket like we have right here. And it's just simple. And pull it off. There it is. And then carburetor should be a little bit loosened. Okay, now we're going to be undoing the air box of it, which is this little socket right there for the Allen wrench. I believe it's a 3mm. I could be wrong. But we're just going to undo that real quick. And once we have that off, it should just slide off easily. So let's our air box come off. And it should become loose.
It's still
I know. So now we have the carburetor out. We just had to pull it out of here and here. And make sure not to lose this brown piece that I just dropped. Like this. Remember, this piece goes up. Now this is the throttle cable, which is this big one. Don't undo this because it won't come out. Lefty, loosey, righty, tighty, which I cannot remember. And we'll get that out. Do not miss any, or don't lose any of these. These are very important. Will likely not come with the carburetor kit. Pull that out of the way. Next up is these wires, which I think can be removed from, no, just remove them from straight out. This yellow one just unplugs. This one unplugs as well. And now all that you have left is the starter. You undo by getting a Phillips head right there. It'll loosen for this to just pop out. There you go.
a little piece.
Now that we have this out, let's just pull these off. They're a little bit tight. And then the one on the bottom. Just let it leak fuel everywhere. And there is your take.
Alright, here's our brand new carburetor that we're about to put on the bike. And so
completely OEM. Nothing messed with it. Not tuned at all. Everything's stock on it. You want to be sure not to forget this gasket right here that goes into this. We almost forgot it until we saw it in here, and I was wondering why there wasn't one. So this piece goes into here. So we're gonna slide it in there. Alright, so now that we have this, we're just gonna go in nice and smoothly. This is the throttle cable now. It has this little screw-on cap, looks like a soda cap. Yeah, screw it on nice and tight. You don't lose throttle control because that would not be good. And now that it's tight, we'll move on to the next thing. Alright, so now that we have everything, or all the handlebar things installed, we're going to put it back in. First thing we're going to do is put it back into this air, and then we're going to get a really special part right here. Make sure this little knob is going upward. That this gasket here is going to the inside of this. So just pull
just right
that
in there.
Yep, exactly like that. So now that we have that, we have this wire back in, which just slides in, and this wire back in as well, which you also just slide in. This is the runoff that just goes into this little slit right here. Be sure to put that back so it doesn't drag and get ruined. So now we got everything buttoned up. We have this coming into there, We have this flying into here. And then we have this ready for the fuel tank to go on. Okay, now we're just going to slide this right back on, and now we're going to bolt it up. So this is a 10mm it's metric. We're just going to tie it in real quick. Try not to strip the bolt out. Alright, now that we got the other bolt on, we're just going to pull this on. Use a pair of pliers if you want, if your hands aren't strong enough like me. So we're just going to pull that. Maybe the bike a little bit. Now you got it on. That's tight.
So now we're putting on the seat with these plastics.
Goes on just like a little.
So, yeah.
That's perfect. Alright, now we're putting in these bolts. Tighten them up. They're both 10mm. Should not be hard to mess up. And now it's completely done, ready to ride. The only thing that we are missing are front plastics, which we do not have, sadly. Now let's clean up and get to riding.